East Report on Sabahul Muslim.
James, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Now, the U.S. allegations of an Iranian plot to kill a top aide to former U.S. President Donald Trump has cast doubt on an already troubled talk to revive the 2015 Iran nuclear agreement.
Right. So one of the major issues in trying to revive the nuclear agreement is the fact that the Iranians have wanted the Revolutionary Guards taken off the terrorism list. Well, you've now had an indictment of an Iranian national in the United States who is a fugitive, who is asserted to be a operative of the Revolutionary Guards and is alleged to have tried to instigate the killing or the assassination of John Bolton. John Bolton is a hardliner on Iran. He was, for a period of time, the national security advisor of President Donald Trump.
Now, the increased number of executions is undermining Saudi efforts to polish its tarnished reputation.
Indeed, you've had about 180 executions in Saudi Arabia since the beginning of this year. And that's not a very good way of trying to polish a tarnished reputation over human rights. You've seen the whole issue with the Gulf leagues, where the Saudis are trying to establish basically a Gulf league separate from the PGA that is dominated by very prominent players on the Saudi payroll. You've seen the acquisition of Newcastle United, and of course you've had U.S. President Biden come to Saudi Arabia in July, despite all the human rights issues, including the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. But these executions point in a different direction.
Now, Israeli strikes against militant Palestinian groups in Gaza prove Albert Einstein's definition of insanity.
Absolutely. So Albert Einstein said, insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting to get a different result. So you have the Israelis who use excessive force, collective punishment, incarceration of activists and militants in the belief that that is going to diminish Palestinian nationalism and their fight for an independent state. And obviously it has not. But then on the other hand, you have the Palestinians who keep on firing missiles into Israel that are then intercepted by the Iron Dome, the Israeli, very effective Israeli anti-missile program. And what the Palestinians have best achieved with that is a symbolic victory in the sense that they were able to fire a rocket even if it wasn't able to land anywhere efficiently. So in that sense, both parties need to start thinking about different strategies because their strategies until now have failed.
And then Saudi Arabia is dreaming of being a winter sports destination.
Right. Ever thought of skiing in the desert? Well, that's what the
dry skiing.
That's what the Saudis are proposing. So you have they're building this futuristic city, much of which sounds like science fiction, which is they've called Neom, up on the Red Sea coast. That's at the foot of a mountain or a mountain range, the Sarawat Mountains, which is about 2,480 meters high, and occasionally does have some snow. But the Saudis are thinking of blasting snow at the mountain so that people can be skiing, and they're intending to have, in fact, host, just to take this a step further, to host the Asian Winter Games in 2029. So if you're interested in snow and sand at the same time, this is your opportunity.
James, thank you for your time. Always a pleasure chatting to you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Listeners can go to www.jamesdorsey.net if you want to read James's latest articles.